Hello. Welcome to the first iteration of the Arcadist show. Title is tentative. Still trying to kind of figure that one out. I'm Paxton. Joined right now with me is Casey and Chris. Joining
Hey.
us in just a little while will be our favorite Arcadist, is the Lukey Poo. So we have a couple of things that we're excited to go over today. We're excited to go over tonight. So the first thing and the big thing is that the Arcadist is officially now a company. We are a limited liability company, and we just did that today.
We're legit, fam.
We're legit. Uh, Other exciting news, personally, that pertains to me, I got into nursing school. So very happy about that.
Congratulations
Finally
again
got
on
the
that.
job.
Appreciate it. Well, I didn't hear what Chris said.
Said my sugar daddy finally got his job.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you keep thinking. Also, Chris is still bad at Halo, if everyone was trying to find out.
See, that's a lot. Like, we're supposed to speak the truth here.
Mm-hmm.
So, you need to speak some truth. So, what we've got going on tonight, we have a couple of things that Luke mostly wants to cover whenever he arrives. So, what we're just going to do right now is going to go through a couple of things. And I really wanted to sort of touch upon this one right here. We did an article, Luke did an article about the character design of the new Avengers.
Oh yeah.
And
They look so good.
it is I like that's sarcasm to the max. It's not that it's not the worst design I've ever seen by any means. But
Oh
it's
no,
like,
I mean I could have done it. Then it'd be the worst design you'd ever seen.
Yeah. Mhm.
so what I don't understand is why does Captain America literally look like fucking Big Daddy mixed with Jim Carrey's character from Kick-Ass 2?
No. Go back up to the thumbnail image there. Scroll back up to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one right here?
Yeah, so I'm telling you that dude is a regional manager of a casual dining food chain.
It's like,
That's the
okay,
guy who shows up and you're like, "Ah, fuck, Steve is here. We got to clean fat."
he looks like a dad. I'm
Yeah,
not
does look
saying
like a
that's
dad, yeah.
bad, but Captain America should not look like a dad by any means.
He's America's dad, Pax.
He's America's dad, but he shouldn't look like a dad. I'm not saying he should look like Chris Evans. I'm not saying
Right.
that it should, look like any
That's
of
the
that.
actor who plays him in the movies, right?
Yes,
Look, Chris,
Okay.
yeah.
that's
Okay.
the one. Uh, and then Black Widow's neck kind of looks like it's just the neck and the torso. It's the same. It's the same thing. The Hulk, Bruce Banner, kind of looks like he looks like a character from an '80s film. Tony
Did
Stark.
they redesign his suit a little bit? I just noticed that.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm done with the suit.
But he's wearing fucking like skater pads. What is this? Is this Avril Lavigne's new boyfriend, the skater boy, Captain America?
He
That's what we're getting
Well-
into here.
Why
He
does
was
Thor
a-
look like he's wearing rims on his chest?
Also, dude, I swear, Thor, that's my dude Vince. Shout out to Vince. You really helped me out at work today. I honestly couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, shout out to
Um,
Vince. So, Luke kind of goes in here, and first he says, "Allow me to address one quick thing before I begin. I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but it just seems to come out that way." And that's 100% true about this game. I am very excited to play it, but and of course there was a lot of people getting on the critics' case about this. They were saying, "Why are you being, such a hater? It's just an aesthetic design." And I'm like, I've known people who will not play or watch something just due to the look of it.
Yeah,
You know?
I understand that.
I mean, I'll say it. I wasn't really like going to go out and get the game anyway, but my decision would not be swayed by the character models. They're
No.
fine. there's nothing wrong with them. They just
Well,
could be better.
were they
Exactly.
not able to get the likeness, or they just decided to go with
I think
something different?
yeah, I think it was their decision to not want to, which I can respect that.
Yeah, they want to do something different. I
Yeah.
get it.
So
But we
it's just, I don't know. I'll have to wait until to see the final product comes out. But I think in this case, I'm working on finishing. It's a game that came out in 2018, which was Spider-Man. But I really think what they did, what they managed to do with the game, I'm hoping it expands more into an quote unquote MGU, Marvel Gaming Universe.
Right.
Well,
Now,
I've never
do you think a
played
lot of this backlash could be just people who are so ingrained with the image of these characters from the
Absolutely.
MCU?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a bunch of comic book nerd boys just jerking it off in a corner saying, it's like, Black Widow's tits aren't, the size of
don't
two
worry.
watermelons.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna go there.
What
we're
do you
going
mean?
We'll get there later. That's why I'm here. Uh, yeah, like I get that it's like a little bit of that, but like
I mean, the overall design of the characters is just not pleasing to me.
that's really what it is for me. And trust me, this is coming from me as somebody with no attachment to the MCU whatsoever. I've seen like 3 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not like, they're just not, I don't know, they're not like
Exciting
not special.
or
Yeah, they're
yeah.
not unique or anything. And
So this was one of the things that came out of E3. Now, another thing that came out of E3, let me see if I can't find it up here. I'll have to go, let me see if I can't go through the articles here. Well, we can start from here because I want to talk about this one too, about, the ethics department for Square Enix. But the Square Enix panel made a believer out of Casey for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It did. It did.
And
Well, okay, not believer, but we will say no longer a staunch naysayer.
Very true, very true. I personally like the fact that we're having a combat system here that is a mix of hack and slash and ATB. Was that what it was called?
Yes, ATB. Okay, call it as dated as you want. You could give me a brand new game that's fully ATB, and I'm in. I love that shit.
I love what he does here in this first paragraph. If someone was to question why it is often shameful for me to identify as a hashtag gamer, they needn't look any further than the most current debacle being spurred on by the exact sort of fuckboys that give the gamer moniker its often negative connotation. So we had a great panel for Final Fantasy VII Remake, and one of the biggest complaints that came out of it was, why are Tifa's boobs smaller? Why the fuck does it matter?
Welcome to gamer culture.
It's like 1997, with the character design. Yes, the chest size was a bit larger. At this point, it's like, who gives a fuck? It's like this is Final Fantasy VII. This does not revolve around the boobs of a character. Like, get over yourself.
Yeah, if that's why you're here for the game, then bye. Good
I
riddance.
picture like a bunch of dudes sitting in the crowd or whatever watching at home, and they like the minute she comes up, they're just like, something's wrong here.
I feel it. I feel a disturbance within my erection.
One, it's enraged gamers, right? So just give her breasts RGB and they'll be fine. But yeah, it's the kind of person who really is going to like watch this trailer and be like, the internet must know, and then write their dissertation on this. The number of steps there where one should have been like, wait a minute, is staggering. Uh,
Oh, absolutely.
Because even if you have the opinion that you don't like this change, that's not an inherently bad or wrong opinion. I mean,
No.
I disagree with you, but whatever. Um, you, but if you're the kind of person to just call outrage over it, can I
Yeah.
revoke your driver's license, please, or just
You're not allowed
It
to
isn't
drink
just a bunch of
anymore.
people memeing, is it? They're just like, ha ha ha, let's make this a problem.
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
If this is like a gamers rise up thing. No,
One
there's
of the
some
best parts of
genuine
Reddit.
like, and there's a lot of people trying to not sound super outraged about it, or just like, I'm not upset, I'm just disappointed that they would make this design change. Uh,
Yeah, I can understand like someone just being like, I'm a dude and I like bigger boobs, and yeah, it kind of stinks, but I'm still gonna play the game and it's still gonna be an awesome game. Like if you came at me with that sort of argument, I would have been like, yeah, there are plenty of guys and girls out there who both like a chest of a woman just as equally as the next person, and I appreciate you coming at me with an argument like that rather than saying something along the lines of it destroys the core of the game.
my childhood.
And it's
The
like
3D designer of that character must have been sitting wherever he was sitting, and then somebody said it to him, like what was going on, and he just turned and looked at me, and went, what? What?
Yeah. This does seem. I mean, this is a minor, outrage, which thank God.
yeah.
But I mean, look, you guys know me. I will call out this bullshit. This is the hill I'll die on. Okay. Like,
I just
I'm-
don't understand why people are so nitpicky, like about something so.
Have
I
you
don't know,
ever met
trivial?
like a true comic book nerd? Like a
I mean,
true
it's
comic
also
book nerd.
one thing that I get is we are talking about FF7, which even to me it's the holy grail, the golden standard. So I mean, of course, like even up to and after release of this remake, there's going to be like the Shinra manager at the train station did not say this.
Oh, jeez, please.
Now I will say,
Jesse
person
and
who's
Biggs
going
were
to-
supposed to die.
don't not now, Paxton. Please, I can't take it right now. Anyway, unpopular opinion. I was more upset about Jesse dying than Ares. Don't at me. Okay. Anyways, there are the kind. I'm one of the people who's going to notice those things. I also don't care. It's a remake, and we are 22 years after the release of the original. Accept it for what it is, a new game and a retelling of the old thing that you liked.
Well, I guess you're not a real gamer or fanboy, then, are you?
This man is a walking encyclopedia of Final Fantasy VII. I thought I loved the game. This dude has probably played through the game like 200 times.
Maybe not quite that many,
That's a lot
however,
of times, my dude.
I do own it on every platform it's ever been released on and have beat it on each of those platforms it's ever been released on.
So I can already see this too, like showing up on Reddit. Someone writes this real deep, super long TLDR thing about how it's not just about the boobs, it's about the nostalgia. And I swear to God, if I see any of this shit on Reddit about anyone making a big fucking hoopla about it,
When we were 10, we didn't have anything better to beat it to.
exactly. I get it. I understand. But it's not the point of the game. It's never going to be the point of the game. She still has a great character design. It's still very faithful to the original design. So let women not be ostracized or objectified in a game and be okay with that. It's not a big deal.
It's about the male fantasy, Paxton.
Fuck the male fantasy. Like, There's absolutely nothing wrong with being attracted to either bigger or smaller or whatever. There might be something a little wrong with being attracted to a fake character, but
Nah,
Uh,
fam. Dude, what are you talking
Nah.
about, dude?
nah, we won't.
Miss
go
me
there.
with that hate shit, okay? Come on.
Yeah. no kink shaming. That's right. So anyway,
Thank
the
For
game
respecting
itself.
me and my people.
The game itself looks very good. I'm very excited about the mix between hack and slash and the ATV system. I'm very happy to see that this looks like a very faithful rendition of the original game. Uh, I almost dropped the $330 on the first class edition of the game.
Oof.
Almost. I did not. And yeah, super excited. Excited about Marvel's Avengers. I thought Square Enix had one of the best panels there. You know, Team
Look.
Red, AMD had a great panel at E3.
Yeah, they did. Well, they had a.
They had an okay one. All right.
I discussed it.
I didn't like Kingdom Hearts 3, what they were talking about at E3 this year.
Oh, you're
You can
talking
read all about my opinions of the FF7 remake right here.
Hated it, actually.
Nice. Let's see. We have it. Where'd you put it?
In the chat,
Oh, you
fool.
put it in the chat.
Yeah.
What confuses me is I don't ever get the chat for the YouTube to show up in my Streamlabs. So, whoopsie there, but it's all right because I can still go over to yeah and see it. Oh man, that's weird to look at. It's right there, the Arcadist.com. Let's look at that right now, shall we? I might actually be excited for the FF7 remake now. In true Casey fashion. Let me actually get a good look-see here at something. While we're not really gotten the viewers. Actually get a good look-see here at something. No, that actually looks really good. Not really gotten the viewers. That actually looks really good. Alright, but we're very excited about Final Fantasy VII. We're about that. So real quick, we'll go a little breakdown of what's going on here in the screen. So this is the Arcadist show. It is a tentative title. It's kind of just something I was like, I'll just throw it together right now. We're not sure on a name quite yet. I know Luke doesn't probably really want that when I asked him about it earlier. But YouTube search the Arcadist. We are on YouTube. The website is our main thing, though. Please go to thearcadist.com. Check us out. We're writing articles, dropping stuff all the time, trying to keep up with the news in terms of the gaming world and everything. We are also on Twitch at twitch.tv/thearcadist. You can watch us up there anytime that we are not streaming on our own separate channels and we're doing group things. The Arcadist, twitch.tv. Check us out. We'll have some fun. So what have we been playing lately, boys?
Dead by Daylight till my brain hurts.
Dead by Daylight till his brain hurts. Do you want to play something else now?
No, it's not that I don't enjoy the game. It's just, I just started playing with you last week. I don't know, it just seems like the game's been out for so long, but feels like there's a bunch of balance issues, but maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just because I don't know enough about it.
Are you just upset that we keep getting found by the Legion over and over again?
I'm just upset that I can't fucking sneeze across the map and somebody not be next to me in the next 2 seconds.
So you think there are still big balance issues because the killer...
I'm not saying there are per se. It just seems like it because I might not be well informed enough to know what to do.
On my own lately, I've been doing a Divinity Original Sin, the first one. I've somehow missed it completely until now.
Yeah, I have just been Dead by Daylight. That's what I've been streaming mostly.
I like it. It's hard.
Divinity is pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Never played Divinity. Is that like its own franchise, or is that the first game?
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a second one, and I think the third one is like in the talks. Like it's coming, but too early.
Yeah.
I'm not
Mhm.
sure. It's like the old school Baldur's Gates, man. It's great.
Speaking of Baldur's Gate, this is our third one coming out now.
Yeah, that's actually why I started playing this. Is the developers of this are now working on 3, which is perfect because Divinity: Original Sin is basically Baldur's Gate 3. So,
So
I never really thought of it. I guess it is, isn't it?
it really is. I mean, because we had Baldur's Gate 2, and like that was like either super late 90s or super early 2000s, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Very like old school. Like
Yeah.
I ran that on my 98. And then after 2, we didn't get a true Baldur's Gate esque game again. We got like there was Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance for like PS2.
the hack
that
and
was
slashies.
that was
Yeah.
nah.
I played them when I was younger.
It was okay, but nah. Because like I got it and I'm like I'm having fun, but this is not what I came for.
It's not the same at all.
Yeah, and so Divinity: Original Sin really is like the spiritual successor, and the fact that that studio is working on the official BG3 is a dope.
So, do we have any other games that we're excited about? Anything that we're really looking forward to in terms
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild 2?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love the first one.
Do you have a
Hell
Switch?
yes.
No. Yes. Yes.
Well, you kind of hesitated there for a second, buddy.
'Cause
Now, are
I
you
had-
like me, or you have a Wii, or do you have one of them there physical, legit, real Nintendo Switches?
that right there? Right what you were just talking
I
about.
think I know what's
Mhm.
going on here. I think I
Oh,
know.
you see, he owns a an actual Switch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It's a real one that you can touch with your hands.
Oh, yeah, physical and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, moving on from that then. I'm going to go...
I got
wanna
some
s-
questions for you after this ends, by the way.
What questions you got?
Unrelated. Don't worry about it.
Oh, after the show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Unrelated after the show then.
One more, not live,
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm scared. So
No, unrelated. It's unrelated.
It's sexual. Don't worry about it.
don't worry about it. That's the other thing. Let's turn this into the Arcadist After Dark. What are your deepest desires? No, I'm kidding. Let's not do that.
Luke's soft, supple body.
I do want Luke Soft Shuffle Body to get in here because he was supposed to be in here 30 minutes ago and I don't know where he is.
He
But-
said something in the chat, by the way.
Oh, what did he say?
What? I think it's what he said.
He said
I don't know.
what?
I'm checking. Hold on. My page is being a little asshole. Yeah, he said what?
Tell him to get on the Discord. Anyway, so let's see. I'll be streaming more Dead by Daylight on my main channel, the Strange Mouse 223. Please come and watch. Please come have a good time. Even though lately we haven't been having that good of a time because we keep getting killed. We're not very good at being survivors, as it turns out.
My biggest pet peeve about this game, and I know we need to get off topic of Dead by Daylight, but is the fact that the game meta has nothing to do with how the game was made to be played.
Yeah, I need more of a sneak emphasis.
Same.
I want both options to be viable.
Right. Yeah. I agree. If you want to do both, you could do both, but the sneak option is not an option at higher levels and stuff. You just can't do it.
You can juke, you can get around corners pretty easily, but you have to learn how to do all those fancy pants moves like 360 and
Yeah.
everything.
I can't do that's hard to do with a fucking keyboard.
I know, that's why it is easier to do with the controller. I tested it out today, but I just cannot get the timing of it down.
What do you think, Luke?
What does Luke
Fuck.
think? There he is.
Hold on a second.
There's that boy. And joining us now live from his desk,
Eat my dick.
Luke Box.
Eat my butt.
Loot box that you can win at Taco Bell whenever you get a nacho fries box.
Just drop a quarter in and hope for the best.
Hey man, look, I know you just did it, but you should probably start going around and changing all of your handles to quite ethical boxes.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Ooh.
Ah,
Ooh.
that's good.
Oh, do we want to talk about that?
Ooh.
We could talk about that.
Fuck EA, fuck microtransactions.
Ooh. Oh, did we have a topic lit? Oh man, I should have been more prepared.
We've kind of just been going over a couple of things from the website. I've got
Like
it.
a recap.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good to know because I did cover a few things.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
And I did do a little bit of research. If you guys would like to, you know, conversate.
Lay it
about
on me, Big
course.
Poppy.
So yeah, what's going on, guys? I love you.
You know, we're just in there talking, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Talking about
mhm.
life, love, waiting for the Big Poppy Luke to get on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been hanging out at the community pool, hot
Oh.
tub. You know.
Mm.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
You know,
You did
humble
that
brag.
dip in like an hour?
Yes.
Did you very quick? That's a quick dip.
Well,
You get
it's a
in.
hot tub.
Man, you're like
It's a
a
hot tub.
wet you're like a wet Doritos chip, man. You just got in, be like, oh, that's a little spicy. And then you were just like, I'm gonna go back upstairs now.
Absolutely. Let me collect my things, make sure I don't forget any of them, so I can sit back in the chair. Yeah. All right. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
EA says microtransactions are quite ethical. I wonder why they would want to spend it that way.
Hey, hold on.
Seems-
I got to back up for my microphone for this one. Hold on.
Now, Casey, is it okay with you if I kind of lead into that one because
Go right ahead, sir.
fuck. Okay. So, yesterday, EA and their representation appeared before UK Parliament. Well, I guess a portion of UK Parliament.
Like a subcommittee.
Yeah, a subcommittee, and I think the purpose was to kind of like back up their like loot box, like everything that EA does, especially in the UK, because something that we don't really pay much mind to over here in the States is like the FIFA.
Oh, yes.
But that's
Oof.
huge, absolutely huge over there. And like we can point the finger at EA's like Battlefront as being like kind of one of the bigger offenders of like loot boxes, but I think in reality the biggest offender is in FIFA, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw a percentage a while back about how like just the FIFA transactions were a good percentage of like their revenue.
Also,
Right,
if
so-
you look inside of FIFA, like, just like how much they push you to buy them just within those games, it is like vile.
Probably. Okay, so like contextually, I don't quite understand it because I don't play FIFA. But as gosh, I forget her name, but I think her name was like Kelly something, and EA's pretty much representation and that panel was to say like, oh well, people have a lot of fun with loot boxes, and like, oh, by the way, we don't call them loot boxes, they are surprise mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise mechanics.
These are things that like people love, and she compared them to like the Kinder balls or whatever. Like I don't know, like all these kids I remember like Hatchimals, like I know those, and also the like the LOL toys or whatever. Like those are built around the idea that like you don't know what you're gonna get, so like the fun is in opening them.
Yeah.
But I think that is a false equivalency because the exposure that children get to those sorts of toys is reliant on parents. Like parents kind of control the level of exposure that kids get to those sorts of toys, whereas like loot boxes and games, like the idea is that like kids kind of have free reign over that. Like parents aren't as involved in a kid playing, Battlefront to unlock the newest skin for Luke Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it just seems like a cop out and like just irresponsible, for a company like EA to take that position, saying that like, oh well, our loot boxes are just an additional kind of like way for kids to have fun, like,
Yeah, especially like once you pointed at FIFA, because that's a game where like out of a surprise package, you can get like team members that you want, and so it's
Yeah,
really like it's like, oh,
That's
you want this member from like your team, like that you care for. Can't unlock it.
it's like Pokemon cards, right? Like they're treating it like, oh well, kids love to trade their team members and recruit whatever, like like how I would have been when I was a kid, loving to you know trade Pokemon cards or whatever. Except in this case, it's like every time I wanted to trade with my friends, I am like I'm charging my parents' credit card to do so.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's kind of fucked up. So
And like in Pokemon cards, like because you see that comparison, people defending microtransactions at the time is like, oh, what about like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, the fact of it being something physical kind of makes a bit of a difference. And then like in Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, it's like, because since it's physical and you bought it and you own it, like they can still, even the ones that weren't the one that you hope to get, can like they still have an inherent value to their game. Whereas the whole like, these are just cosmetics. Like if you don't get the one you want, you don't fucking care.
Yeah.
It's literally garbage and worthless to you.
but I mean, like also the way that they dress up, and I'm not like I'm not trying to target EA specifically. They are just one of many companies that exploit players with those sort of mechanics. But like the way that they dress loot boxes up is like the way that EA is trying to explain or pass off their their surprise mechanics is that it's simply for fun, and it has no basis in kind of like like
and
there's
it's not just that it's fun for the whole family.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
The whole spin just reeks because they lean real hard into like Kinder Surprises, which is a kids thing, and like trading cards game, which is a kids thing, and they say family like 6 times. So they're really like going at the edge of, no, this is wholesome for your
Like,
family and your
really?
kids.
Really, EA, are you thinking about the family when you're doing this? Like, are you not trying to squeeze every last dime out of your
Right.
audience? Like, even if it is like incidentally targeting children, like especially in the games that they choose to use microtransactions. Like, of course, it's going to be something that is positioned in front of children, and like, yeah, you are intentionally dressing those microtransactions in a way that, like, stimulates that part of your brain where you're like, oh well, if I can just keep pulling this lever, I will get what I want, right? in a similar way that
Yeah, I've been using this like against Destiny, especially since Destiny 2 came out. A lot of just really little subtle things that once you notice it gets really gross. Like when you land in the social space, you land directly in front of the reward money store. That NPC is, and Paxton can definitely attest to this, that NPC is like 78 decibels louder than anything else in that tower.
Got your bright dust with you, Guardian?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Do you need more packages to go?
Yeah, and they spawn you in right next to it, pretty much.
Yeah, you'll be in orbit, and it's no word from Fedchurch today. He must have found something
interesting.
That's good.
And then like the UI for whenever you open one of those, because like you find random engrams all over the game, but the UI for the ones for the microtransactions, as you open it, it like changes the whole screen and everything lights up and it's fucking exciting. Like it's slimy.
Look, this is something that goes back to, gosh, I don't know if this reference is going to connect, but like Shenmue for the Sega Dreamcast.
Oh yeah,
where they literally use
the most frustrating game ever made.
Yeah, like they use like CAPTCHA kind of, or Pachinga. Is that
Yeah, pachinko machines.
Pachinko machines? You know, like, but thankfully those were games that at the time. Oh, hey friend. Oh, excuse me, fellas.
I guess Luke has to go take care of something real quick. So basically, kind of piggybacking off what you guys were saying, I mean, so from what I'm gathering, EA was in the UK to basically say, look, loot boxes, they're surprise mechanics. Look, they're good for the kiddies, you know. And I'm just like, guess what? Absolute horseshit.
Yeah, because the argument that's going through UK Parliament right now is the argument that I've been making for years, which is it's really gross about how much they're pushed towards children. Like, in a perfect world, we don't have microtransactions at all, but I can begrudgingly bear their existence in general, but once you start really going after children with it, you can just get fucked. So UK's kind of going through that right now, and so that's why EA shows up like, no, what do you mean this is so good for kids?
You know what's so funny about that is that we're going through the sort of same thing in America where they had the bill introduced talking about how this is something that is targeting children. And here's the thing about that. If this bill were to pass and your game was to have any sort of loot box, then guess what? In the manner of this bill and in the terms of what this bill is saying, your game would get slapped with an AO rating. And
and I'm all for it.
Oh, I'm 100% for it because it is technically gambling. You don't know what you're getting. You know?
That's the surprise.
I'm sure. And I'm sure most people love surprise butt sex too, right? Because that's what this is EA doing.
Yeah.
It's surprise butt sex.
That's where we're going, huh?
EA's a bunch of pedophiles, and I'm going to call them out for it.
Oof. I know we were going to have some hot takes, but I don't know how I feel about that one.
Bunch of bastards.
A little too hot for me.
That's super hot.
A little too hot.
I don't know, man. Too hot is when you put a chili in your ass.
That's also a little too hot for me.
It's also the name.
You've not swayed my opinion in one direction or the other.
It's also. Oh man, I want to go listen to One Direction now.
All right, what else you got, Luke?
Well, okay, let's go down the list.
Please.
What else do we have?
Casey's like, get me away from this conversation as fast as possible.
Well, I'm actually interested in the Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Oof.
That seemed to cause a kerfluffle, right?
Yep. We
And
touched on that
this is-
briefly right before you jumped in.
Yeah, okay, so this is not something that I am like very familiar in because I never played Final Fantasy 7, but I did see the screenshots to
You
compare
bastard.
Yeah.
the outrage revolving like okay, so this trailer came out during E3 that showed what's her name? FIFA?
FIFA.
Okay. All right. So people are
Yes,
like, "Oh my
FIFA.
god, her boobs are not as big as they should be." And I'm like, "Okay, well, okay, the mechanics of the game don't make sense if they're like as big as they are in the original game, right? Like
Yeah, where they were like 85% of her body mass.
right. Okay, so she's a fighter. I get that. Like I understand the RPG mechanics of the character, but the fact that people are so outraged because in a more high definition rendering of the character,
No, Sam, come on.
you know,
Yeah.
the fact that
It's
it's more tied toward like I don't know.
it's fascinating for sure. I just want it to be known that in all of my time being unsure about the FF7 remake, that was not one of my concerns.
That was my only concern.
I know,
Okay.
I know. It's okay.
I just think that there's like bigger fish to fry.
Dad, now that Square nerfed it, oh, hey, hey.
Do you know what the worst part was? When I first heard about y'all were talking about the other day about something being wrong with 7 and like somebody saying something looks wrong. I honestly thought like at first they were gonna be like, we're upset the second main dude is a black guy. I was like, no, it can't possibly be that. Like, what?
Is it weird to say that I kind of wish that that's what the issue was, just because it'd be like, Barrett's always been a black guy.
Yeah, I was about to say he's always been that way. But like, I'm glad they didn't do that.
Now, another thing that I am certain is going to pop up is I'm certain somebody somewhere is going to say that his like speech mannerisms are in some way offensive. However, I can tell you from what I've seen from the live gameplay trailer, they pretty much captured exactly how he spoke in the original game.
I mean,
We talking
boobs.
about
What can
Barrett?
we say?
Yeah.
Talking about Barrett? No,
They
Barrett
nerfed
was,
Barrett's tits, man.
dude, they nerfed Barrett's length. No, you're right about that because every
They
single
nerfed Barrett's
time,
tits, and I'm
every single
still
time
upset.
a text box would come up with Barrett, half of it was just random,
Censored?
yeah,
Yeah.
keyboard symbols. That's all it was.
Yeah, yeah, censored.
Mm-hmm. So,
Although he still slipped through a lot of shits in that game.
So I just want to direct everyone's attention to something I thought was very funny. I'm going to call this my Reddit hot take.
Oh, no.
I pulled an image from Reddit, and I want the opinion of the group here. You know?
You got Judge 8-ass, right?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Let's see what we got. 8 Judge ass. Now, it says supposed to say probate judge association, but really, was this an attempt at bribery?
Judge ass.
It's expensive.
Not once, but twice.
Court is now in session. Your Honor, I must object. Overruled.
I mean, all I can assume is like whoever typed it out had it centered and like similar to like when I edit videos. Like when you edit videos and try to put text in, it'll cut off the beginning of one and the end of the other to make it fit in the middle. So I can only assume that's what it was.
Great. And that is our Reddit hot take. Back to your regularly scheduled program.
So microtransactions, as purely cosmetics.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. I
Yeah.
vehemently don't.
You don't?
No, I don't. I mean, obviously,
think-
it's better than any kind of gameplay advantage, of course.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I'm still not okay with it.
The thing that bothers me most about any kind of microtransaction, be it cosmetic or anything, is you're paying for a chance.
The
at
gambling
something-
aspect, yeah.
Yeah, but that you're paying for something that's not real. Like it is real in a sense, but you get
Yeah.
like you're getting the chance is like there's no what's the word for it? There's no rarity to something that is just a bunch of numbers. There's
Yeah.
like all they have to do is be like, yeah, he gets this, and then just make the number repeat, and then that's it.
Right. I also can definitely say that I would be more okay if the gambling aspect of it all was removed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not okay with the gambling part. I just
I
meant
get the yeah.
like cosmetics are fine. That's what I was saying. Like I wouldn't want to
Okay.
gamble for it. Fuck no. Cuz like you're paying money to gamble on something that I don't know, there's just something that rubs me wrong about gambling on something that's already not real.
Right.
I don't know.
I get that aspect of it. My take of it is I already bought your game and I don't want to buy your new outfits again. Like if you're going to make the new outfits, just put them in or do like a DLC and put them in there and
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
Are they required to put anywhere what the percentages of getting certain things are?
It depends on the country.
Okay.
I know
like-
some countries it is required, but you can't really look at those because also like those countries have other requirements, so like the servers will operate differently there.
Cause like if you say you put something new hot into a loot box, everybody wants it. Like, and you don't have to disclose the percentage, but you know people are gonna keep buying it until they get it. Couldn't you just lower the percentage down to some crazy ass low number?
Right.
And then people just keep shelling money out for it. But like give one or two people it so they're like, oh, it is possible to get, and then just ruin it.
Yeah. That's why a few countries have gone the route and made it to where the companies have to disclose the odds. My argument against that is I can tell you it's 1%. That doesn't mean if like you're not digging through my code to see if it's 1% or 1/1000th of a percent. I'm just telling you it's 1%.
Yeah.
Because like I'm not expecting some government regulator to be able to sift through my quintillion lines of game code.
Jesus. I don't know. It does rub me the wrong way. The kids thing bothers me because like they know kids are the ones that are going to buy a fuck ton of it.
Right.
Like, I mean, they don't treat money the same as people who make money do. Like,
it's like
it's
yeah, like while I oppose to them in general, I'm okay with it in like adult games, but kids, that's if the line in the sand isn't there, where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
So I have getting off topic again, but I have a request.
Mm-hmm.
Being as how Luke was enjoying a nice dip in the hot tub before he got here, I now want to just go ahead and put it out there that Luke has left the Discord chat.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
I
has.
saw him.
Okay, I just didn't notice. No, I want an Arcadist show done from a hot tub now.
Oh God.
Just one time.
I'm not a big hot tub person.
No cameras.
Yeah.
No cameras.
That
Only
sounds real.
microphones.
Like I don't want to be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. I'm sorry.
No cameras. You're not going to be on video. Just talking to microphones, and that's it.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm good.
Come on, man. You've never experienced life truly until you have.
You've had 4 dudes in a hot tub.
And one of them's
Nothing
Chris.
quite like it, Casey.
It's
Nothing
great.
quite like it.
It is great.
Well, y'all let me know how that goes.
I ain't going.
Yeah, you are. Your name's first on the list. in the hot tub.
Oh man.
It's gonna be a hot tub good time. Man.
So
Where's
I've been
Luke?
trying to look up any like
Where'd he go?
I've been trying to look up any like, hardware, computer, tech news stuff that it's been a slow couple weeks for it. I don't really have like
I'm still trying to save up my 53K for my Mac.
yeah.
Do you think Mac will be the first people to okay, so if Mac makes a body pillow, what do they call it?
iWaifu?
Yeah.
And how much does it cost? And what doesn't it do?
How big is the body pillow? Like normal ones?
Like normal size body pillow.
What's the contents? Like what is it made of?
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is this a smart body pillow?
Oh, well, what it doesn't do is allow third-party repairs, #right to repair.
It doesn't play WebMs either.
They sure don't.
Jesus. I can only imagine it's like you buy your body pillow, but then the thing that makes it smart is that you can have a different image on it. Like you can change the image. Like you could swipe. There's a new image, but you have to pay for every new image.
Hey, tell Luke we're liquidating the company. We're making pillows now.
Shit.
TheArcadist.com, where now you can get body pillows of your favorite four spicy boys.
Oh God!
You can get new Tifa for $10.99 or old Tifa for $14.99.
Ooh, that's a deal right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can get
Is that just the casing for the pillow, or is that the whole
Well,
pillow?
the
No, that's the whole
casing,
pillow.
I imagine, if by those kinds of images, you're gonna need to buy a new case every.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of which, the only body pillow that I want or need is one with Chris's face just like pursed and saying "ooh woo."
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I know
I'll make
you
you a pillow
would.
pack.
I've seen a great picture of Chris in a dress before. I don't know, was it a dress or was it just like a woman's tank top?
I think it was a woman's tank top. I did not fit in that at all.
Yeah, but you were stylish while you were in it. That's for sure.
Oh,
It's a good time. Is he coming back?
I don't know.
Well, so what's on the menu for us, boys? What's in the future for us? What are we looking forward to as this thing just gets started?
Here's your hot Reddit image.
Oh God, you gonna send it to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Let me open this in the.
It's safe. It's safe.
Okay.
You know
I will-
I wouldn't do it. Mm-hmm.
Oh God, please.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put this one. Hold on. Yeah, let's put this one up on the screen there. The best. Ooh woo! If there's a God, he'll have to beg for my forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is that good right there.
Mm-hmm.
no. I want Daddy to spank me with loot boxes.
That's right, you do.
Can I ban the Arcadist from this?
Yeah,
channel?
you can get him out.
Okay. Cool.
Slash ban.
Yeah, fam.
God, this picture is just the best.
It's perfect.
Like, what
There
is
really
this?
hasn't. I haven't noticed any like really big new things coming out, or not in the past week.
It's like E3's over, and so now we're just kind of in the. Because E3 is badass, but it's other shit that's coming out today or coming out next year. So now it's just kind of like, all
Yeah,
right, guys, later.
yeah. Like at the end of the year, stuff comes out, and then like mid or like early 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So like all you can do now is just wait. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Steam Summer Sale's coming up. I'm going to pick up some new stuff. I don't even know what I'm going to pick up yet. I'm just going to, once it. When is the fucking summer sale?
25th
Well,
of June.
Summer's today or tomorrow, isn't it?
Tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
Summer
like,
is what?
So yeah, Steam Summer Sale. I'm probably gonna pick up all kinds of shit.
Oh, I'm getting
Just
the Dead by Daylight DLC if that shit gets super discounted.
I'm just getting Fang Min. That's all I want.
You best believe. What? Oh man, I want to have a debate, specifically
Now, you
between
know
me
I
and
don't
Chris,
debate.
because whenever Chris doesn't like something, he will fight you to the death over it.
Yeah, but I'm very picky. I usually don't fight about a bunch of stuff.
But see, I remember there being just a couple of times where I talked to you about something, and you would vehemently just be like, "No, you're wrong. You're stupid."
If I knew what it was, I would tell you, but
It's
I
been
don't
so
remember.
long. It was high school back then.
Oh God, Paxton.
Back when you
I
had
was a
short hair and
naive
polo
boy.
t-shirts.
I was a naive young child.
Naive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that means to be naive.
Naive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Desune naive.
Stop. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, boys, it's so it's 1:01 a.m. here. We get any more fresh hot takes before we go, or we got anything
I
else
want to
to
think
add?
of anything on my mind before we go. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, we got some new. I can speak on the behalf of the Arcadist. We got some new exciting stuff coming up. I'm hounding William to death to have more articles coming up. He's also wanting to start a new video series. Check that out. I'm going to start a new video series soon. Check that out.
No.
And where can we check that out?
It's going to be at r/the thearcadist.com or right here on this YouTube channel. Yeah, like that. Actually, yeah, all my shit's going to be on this new YouTube channel.
Yep, that is so basically what we're going to do is I'll probably move a lot of my content over to the Arcadist as well. Also, one more quick hot take. Specifically, I wish Henry was in the chat for this one.
What was it?
You'll see.
Oh,
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what the?
No, Casey understands. You need to send this to Henry. Henry.jpg.
there we go. It's perfect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Beautiful.
I still love that one. Ooh, woo. Anyway, for those that came in to watch, hey, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Just a small little hour show tonight. Nothing crazy. Once we get a little bit more into it, we have a lot more to do.
And Luke's here.
Mm-hmm. What?
What?
I don't know. Continue to watch for us more as we go down the pipe and join
Yeah.
us. And
There'll be more videos and shit coming out more frequently now
Yep.
too. So
we had a video released today. Check it out, thearcadist.com. It's our Dead by Daylight stuff. Chris worked very hard on it last night, and he got it out for us today. You guys have a wonderful night.
Dude, it's good as shit.
It's good as shit.
I appreciate it.
I love piss out your ass so much.
Oh.
You guys have a great night. And we'll see you next time. Okay, have a good night.